too long. Hey, everybody, welcome back to The Late Show. Thank you, my friends. Please have a seat. Folks, my first guest tonight is an actor you know from shows like Party Down, Big Little Lies, and Parks and Recreation. On Friday, he returns for season 2 of Severance.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, I gotta get her out of here. Right? I mean, if she's my wife.
Right, of course. I mean, assuming she's still here. Though technically, strictly speaking, she's not your wife. Pretty sure you're out about the ring.
Sure. Except, you know, we're the same-ish person. So it's mushy.
Please welcome back to The Late Show, Adam Scott. Yeah, losing my religion.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, sir. Thank
Now,
you.
I know this is a strange time. It must be for you. You live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You're from California. How are you and your family doing in this unbelievable, unimaginable disaster?
Yeah, I mean, we're incredibly lucky. Everybody's safe. My sweet, dear mother and father-in-law lost their home in Altadena. But they're okay, and you know, we're just going day by day and helping them out. A lot of people hurting and in need, and so really appreciate you every night, kind of, you know, putting the access to charities up on the screen and helping out. We're all, you know, there's a lot of people in a lot of trouble out there.
Well, actually, that's a good point. Right now, if you see that QR code right there, if you want to click on that, that'll take you to links on our homepage that have further links onto California Fire Foundation, the Wildfire and Disaster Relief Fund, World Central Kitchen and the great work they're doing, California Community Foundation, the Wildfire Recovery Fund, and the Pasadena Humane Shelter Eaton Fire Emergency. So you want to give, there's a couple of suggestions for you right there. Okay, it's almost been 3 years since Severance went off the air.
Yeah.
Okay. The season finale was extraordinary. It's unbelievable cliffhanger.
I know.
Folks desperate to know what happens next. Did you, I mean, over all that time when you guys were working on the new series and going over the scripts and stuff like that, how many people tried to pry information out of you?
You know, a lot. And it was nice when we finally had a release date, because it's been 3 years, which is a long time to make people wait. And then finally, when we had a release date, we could actually answer the question out in the world that it's January 17th, the new season is starting. But yeah, even my daughter was trying to get information out of me. But the thing is...
And how old is she?
She's 16.
Okay, sure.
And it's the only thing...
But at least she'll talk to you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's the only thing I've ever done that she's even remotely interested in. My son, who's 18, same thing, never cared at all, never seen Parks and Recreation, anything. And so this time they're actually interested in trying to get information from me. But, you know, I mean, if I tell them, it takes all of the fun out of it. And, you know, you don't actually want to know. No one does. They just want to feel like they want to know. So I tell them that, and she's like, fine, do you wear like a gray suit? I'm like, well, yeah. And she's like, fine. So that's as far as the interest goes.
Wow. I got a question about the release date.
Yeah.
1/17, January 17th.
Yeah.
Is there something happening in room like 117 at Lumen?
Of course there is. No, I don't know.
Because it seems like that would be the sort of thing you guys would do. Because you do incredible things like was this yesterday?
Oh, yeah, that was yesterday.
You guys did a pop-up office of Lumen in the middle
right.
of Grand Central Terminal.
This was
right
super
there.
fun. We were in there for 3 hours.
Doing macro data refinement?
Yes, we were just in there working, and none of us peed at all for 3 hours.
Wow.
Didn't leave a glass cube for 3 hours. And it was fun. People gathered around and just watched us do boring, monotonous office work.
One of the amazing things is that I got a chance, 2 years ago now, to go to the offices.
Yeah.
And we shot a thing there.
That's right.
You can actually do macro data refinement.
Yeah.
You can, those computers actually do
Did
something.
someone teach you how
Yes,
to
they taught me how to
refine?
refine, go down and open little things and get the numbers to go down
That's
and
right.
everything. I could do that for a living.
You could have joined us yesterday and helped us out in Grand Central Station. Mm-hmm. I wish you did.
I wish I did. No one invited me.
Well, whose fault is that, Stephen?
Ben Stiller's.
That's right. That's right.
We've got a lot of action to look forward to
Yeah.
in this next season, which
Yeah,
I really love. Is that is it giving anything to say that the first thing we see you do is doing this?
Oh,
Is that okay?
No.
The very first thing we
Yeah,
see
that's
is
fine.
you running like hell.
Yeah.
This is how it starts off. You were just dashing like mad.
Yes.
Really well, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Really?
Really good running.
You thought the running was good?
My wife and I both went, that's good running.
Really? Really?
I mean, not just convincing,
Right?
but like kind of,
Like I know how to run.
well, like with intention.
Yeah.
And with urgency.
You got to think about where you're going. You have to have a reason for going there.
Right, you're not just running, you're running to someplace.
That's right.
And it's very important that we not tell anyone where that place is.
That's right.
So what I'm just curious, because
Yeah.
we all have our favorite people to watch run.
Yeah.
Did you pick someone?
Tom Cruise.
He's
the best runner in the world.
You do a little bit of
Yeah.
the blade hands.
You got to get the blade hands. You got to get the knees up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always running in uncomfortable clothes.
Oh, right, so he runs in a suit often.
Right. And so I had a suit and dress shoes and had to run an enormous amount. It took almost 5 months to shoot that sequence. Off and on for 5 months, yeah.
That one running sequence?
Yeah,
It's really beautifully done.
Yeah, that's all Ben Stiller. And we had our own little rap party when we finally finished the running sequence.
I'm a big fan of Ben's. I know he's directing 5 of the episodes this year, but you've also worked with a couple other impressive directors, including Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
What is it like to shoot with Marty?
It was wild. It really was. It was a small part in The Aviator years and years ago.
I'll show you how small this part is.
But it was so much fun, and
That's a really good look.
yeah, that was.
You make a
was
really
so
great
fun.
1920s like sleazeball.
Yeah, I grew a mustache. I grew a mustache for the audition. I was so excited, and yeah, it was great. He would have these screenings every Sunday, and he would put it on the call sheet, invite everyone to come to see these old films, and then after the film, he would just get up and turn around and talk to everyone about the movie, lead a discussion about the movie for an hour and a half. And sometimes,
Like what were you watching?
like On the Waterfront, old classics. And sometimes, the place would be full. Sometimes it was me and 4 other people. No matter what, he would stand up and lead a discussion about the film afterwards. Really fun.
Severance focuses on a pretty terrible job.
Yeah.
Have you had a terrible job?
Well, yeah, I mean, sure. But, my first job, I was making candy at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Like the hot bubbly stuff they put onto the...
Yeah, it was saltwater taffy. And I would make it from scratch. I was 14 years old. Make it from scratch.
Like on the pulling thing?
Yep, you cook it and then you put it on the thing and it stretches out, and then you stretch it out and you put it in, feed it into the thing, and it chops it up and wraps it.
Yeah.
And I would go from soup to nuts. I would make saltwater taffy for.
So you got a fallback position in case the acting
That's
doesn't
right.
work out.
That's right. And you know what they called us? They called us Candy Boys. That was the actual job title.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like I can carry that title with me for the rest of my days.
I would have cards that are made up.
That's
It's like
right.
Adam Scott.
Candy Boy. That's right. That's right.
Wow. Well, Adam, lovely to see you again. Thank you so much for
Stephen.
being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Season 2 of Severance premieres this Friday on Apple TV+. Adam Scott, everybody. We'll be right back with Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen.